Hi everyone, this is a video on how to type in data in Excel and perform basic calculations. The first thing you do is just open up Excel. We're going to leave a template that we'll ignore and we'll just go into a blank Excel sheet. As a good rule, I usually avoid the first column and the first row before I start entering my data. So what you do is get whatever table that you were expected to do in class and enter it in. Okay, so here we were doing our terminal velocity prac. So in this field it was distance, and we'll include our units. We were measuring them in centimeters. We can move on to the next one. So these are our trials. So this was at time 1. Then we can move on to the next one. At time, this is our second trial. This is our third trial. And then we're going to have our average time. We'll put our units here. We're going to be in seconds. Now this does look a bit messy, but that's alright. We can actually fix this. If you can actually click on the fields and stretch them out or shrink them as you like. And we can accommodate for that, so let's do that. So that's that, it's okay. We'll stretch this one out a bit as well. Okay, and the last field that we need was average speed, so we'll enter that in there. And our speed was going to be in centimeters over seconds. Right? Stretch that out. Now I'll just quickly enter some of these fields in. Okay, this one is 0.97, 1.05, 1.18, 1.16, 1.15. Oops, excuse me, I have that. 6. That's average. So scroll down. 1.18, 1.11, 1.16. Okay. Now, once you've entered all your data in, you want to start entering some formulas. Now just remember, Excel is a way for you to organize information and get the actual software to do calculations for you and repeat themselves, rather than you having to repeat those calculations yourself. So let's have a look at that. So we want to get the average of this, and it's quite simple. Every time you're going to do some kind of operation, you start off by entering the equals key. So we'll do that, and you can actually sum them all up, so we'll do that. Just leave it at that. So we'll take the average, we'll start typing in the word average, and it'll do it for us. Then we can actually click on whatever value we want to get the average of, and we can stretch it over whatever fields that we need. We don't need all of them, we just need that top row. So we'll do that. We'll close it off with a parenthesis and we'll hit enter, and it's taken the average for us. Now this is problematic because it's gone crazy. It's done all these decimal places for us, and we don't want that. We just want 2 decimal places. And the way we can do that, if we go up here, we can actually reduce the decimal places that we need. So we need just 2. Scroll down, down, down. So that's 0.42, and that's all we need. Now the beautiful thing about Excel is once you've done that calculation, it's got this little tab here that you can drag down, and it'll do the same for all of these values. So let's do that and make our life very simple. You can see we've gotten the average of everything, and it's taken us close to no time to do that. Okay, the other thing that is required of us here is this. We can actually get average speed. Now, average speed is just it's just a value that tells us the rate of how something moves over some time period, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So again, we want to do some kind of calculations. We will press equals, and we'll start with a bracket. We're going to say that the distance divided is given by the slash, the average time, brackets, enter, gives us the speed. Here we've got 120 centimeters per second, and we can do that again. We just drag this along and it repeats that calculations. Again, when we're first faced with these awkward numbers, we can just diminish them using this function here, and here we'll drop it down to 2 decimal places because that's the time that we were using.